Rodman, 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 Rodman. How can I say this with all due respect? This is it. This is finally the time. We are on the heels of Super Bowl 59, which means that I don't have to look at any of these bastards anymore for the next 6 months, dog. Like, I don't have to hear about the fucking Chiefs. I don't hear about the Eagles. I will be able to have peace and tranquility for 6 months, dog. I am so ready to get this season, this game, and all of this crap over with, man. This has been a very tumultuous, and I know I butchered the word, time for me as a Cowboys fan and a Chiefs hater, dog. I did not win at all. I did not win at
Nope.
all. So, needless to say, I am so ready for this game to be over with. I am so ready for this season to be over with. I am so ready for this season from hell from any Cowboys fan to be over with, dog. Just to repeat the cycle next year, man. But we are not here to talk about any of these NFC East beefs, any of these people in our comments that are coming from me, Eagles fans who hate my guts. We're not here for that, all right? We are here to talk primarily Dolphins. And oh, one of the biggest sports trades of all time.
Mm-hmm.
But we also have a secret thing that we are going to do at the end or halfway through the show, man. But before we get into all that, man, let's get some intros out the way, man. You already know, man, I'm your host with the most be Herbo. I got my brother from another mother, Rod, man, in the building with me, man. So, Rod, man, how you feeling, man? On the eves of
I'm,
Super Bowl 59, brother.
I am feeling like I'm gonna watch one of. I'm feeling two things. I feel like I'm gonna watch one of the best games I've ever seen, just given the magnitude of what could happen if one side wins, right? And then the other half of it is Herbie. It's one of the rare occasions where I won't be satisfied with whoever wins. Like it's gonna be one of, and it's funny because there's no reason why I shouldn't want the Eagles or the Chiefs to win. They have nothing to do with the Dolphins, really. But it's just a matter of like, you know what? I guess it's the loser franchise fan in me, Herbie. Just seeing franchises go to Super Bowls back, year after year, or the Eagles went a year here and then they come a year there, and it's just like, damn, I wanted somebody fucking new, man. That's what I wanted, man.
I mean, we are on the hills of put it like this. I think there's been 22 teams on the NFC side that made the Super Bowl in some time frame. There's only been 7 on the AFC side, dog. There's been 7.
Since
There's
like
been 7.
2002. Since
There's
2002,
been,
yeah.
there's been 7 teams on the AFC side. Listen, the
Yep.
NFC is giving what you want, bruh. We're giving you a conveyor belt, dog. It's your side. It's your side of the conference that can't get shit done by giving new blood, bro. It's your Miami Dolphins. It's your Buffalo Bills. It's your Baltimore Ravens. It's your Cincinnati Bengals. It's your Pittsburgh Steelers, man. You guys are not being able to do what y'all need to do on that side, man. But let's not to get too caught up on that. We are going to go ahead and preview the Super Bowl a little towards the end of the show because we do have a lot to get to. At the end of the day, this is a Dolphins podcast, and we always try to highlight the Dolphins. You feel me? And there ain't too much to talk about with the Dolphins, man. I say that. So we are kind of grasping at straws. And we're not trying to beat a dead horse, but when something happens and something happens from somebody that is at the one of the leaders of the team, one of the biggest people on the team, one of the biggest personalities on the team. Therefore, Tyreek Hill, what he says is going to hold weight. What he says is going to have ramifications. What he says is going to have lasting impact, right? So we talked about his comments last week on our last show. But because of those comments, because it is Radio Row, because it is Super Bowl week, people are asking Dolphin players who are in New Orleans about what he said. So, Rod, I wanted to get your opinion on some of the comments that were made, right? And let me go ahead and look them up right now because Rasheem Mostert said something and Devon Achan said something. So I'll paraphrase, so I'll let you go ahead and have your piece, and then I'll pull up the direct quotes just so you can have like the most accurate information. Rasheem Mostert
Bet.
said, hey, that's my dude. You feel me? And I understand where he's coming from. I just don't like him quitting on the team. And Devon Achans kind of disagreed and said, hey, we got dogs on the team. Like, I don't really know what Brad trying to say that we don't got dogs. We do have dogs, right? So how do you feel about what kind of schism his comments might have done to the team so far?
Well, I'll tell you what, Herbie, we spoke ad nauseum the last time out about whether we should trade him, right? And me being the selfish fan, who just wants to have as much talent as we could have. I reneged on the end, Herbie, but I once you told me the comments that these guys have said, I can already see the ripple effect happening, right? There is a hairline fracture in the chemistry of the team. And it started when he walked off the field, not giving a damn about anybody. Now, obviously, Herbie, we are just super fans who decided to do a podcast, but I have heard former athletes who do podcasts, who go on, the sports talk shows. I've heard their perspective of him quitting, and none of them were fans of it. There are a lot of guys who feel like once you walk off, once you quit on your team, that's it. So obviously Devon Achan, from what you said, from paraphrasing from what he said, Devon Achan seems like he felt some type of way about that, which I could understand that, right? Because when you're on a team, like I even feel that way about my own job, which might sound kind of weird, but it's like the way the granite industry works, you need a team. Like you literally can't do everything by yourself. Like you need a team. So I actually kind of understand the mindset of like, damn, somebody leaving you hanging, especially when money's on the line. So, you look at the way I guess these guys are taking it, Herbie. These guys feel like they were betrayed. So the respect that Tyreek Hill once commanded is not going to be the same, right? So it just begs the question, Herbie. It makes me wonder if maybe the Dolphins might, reconsider maybe during the draft. We'll see what happens, but Tyreek Hill getting traded, Herbie, is not something that would shock me now. It just wouldn't.
Okay, and listen, we could get it because we could have a whole long conversation. We're gonna have a more detailed conversation in regards when it comes to trades. But let me go ahead and get the direct quotes right here. So this is Devon Achan, and then we'll get to Rasheem Mostert. So this is Devon Achan, and his direct quote, and this is on the Up and Adams show, which is I think Casey Adams. Woo, I don't like. I'm not really attracted to white women, but woo, Casey Adams, man. Woo, her and James Slater, they get me going. All right, back to being a professional. We got dogs. We just need more people to bring it out. I wouldn't say we need more, as in got to get other players. You feel me? And shout out to NFL players, man. Grammar and punctuation and articulation is not always a strong suit, but I'll try my best to say what he was trying to say.
Translate.
Trying to translate. So that is his perspective, and here is Rashawn Mostert. He definitely wants to win. He's a competitor. He wants to win. He was just fed up at that moment, just like everybody else. But they just didn't have the courage to say it like he did, right? He's a guy that's truly wants. He's a guy that just truly. God damn these niggas, man! Jesus Christ, bro! He's a guy that's just truly a competitor and wants to win. And he also said, one of our media's guys gave us a head up that Tyreek said those words. And for me, I didn't take it personal because I know the type of competitor he is. I do, however, feel he shouldn't have ever quit on the team, bro. So that pretty much just reinforces everything you just said on that end right there, Rod. That's one thing you can't do. You can't ever, you can't even give the perception that you're a quitter or you quit, right? Like that's a no-go. That's a no-go, man. Oh, man, so we already got somebody in the chat, man. We already got somebody in the chat. You need a QB
JPS has returned. JPS has returned.
We already got somebody in the chat, man.
You need a quarterback that can throw. Wow,
Rod,
man, that's crazy. Man, why
Rod,
people act like Tua Jalen Hurts, bro? Come on, y'all gotta stop.
Rod, relax. Don't let them throw you off your pivot, dog. They just trying to throw you off your pivot. Don't let them get off. Don't let them get you off your pivot foot, man. All right. But back to the comments. That reinforces everything that you were just saying. That pretty much reinforces everything you were just saying on your end. So, how do you feel in regards to people feeling this way, dog? Like you said it. Like it's hard to come back from that.
Oh no, of course, Herbie. Because at the end of the day, especially when you think about it, like, dude, Tyreek Hill. If you want to be honest, Herbie, he's probably been the biggest face of this franchise the past few years. When they were talking about guys winning MVP, yeah, they talked about Tua early in the year and shit. But when they were seriously talking about MVPs, they were talking about Tyreek, right? Like Tyreek Hill has been the face of the Dolphins the past few years. He has been the biggest draw, and he obviously is the guy who commands the most respect because he came into this organization having already won, right? Like a guy of his caliber, a guy who was with. Now, it's funny, Herbie, because sometimes, obviously, just because somebody wins a ring, it doesn't mean they're gonna bring the culture with them. You don't always see that. But there are
Yeah, for
some guys
sure.
who bring the culture with them, and obviously Tyreek is someone who benefited from the culture in Kansas City. That's not to say he can't go to another team with a better quarterback or better infrastructure and win. I'm not saying that, but obviously, what we were hoping he would bring to the table, Herbie. Let me tell you something about Tyreek, and I'm just being dead honest. He's one of the best receivers. Like the Dolphins have great receivers in our lineage. You know, Paul Warfield. You think about fucking, the Marx brothers, shit like that. We even had a guy like Brandon Marshall who spent some years here. But Herbie, when you think about these receivers who were dynamic and who were great players, the one thing that you could always say about them was that, well, you know what, Brandon Marshall, you can't really say that. This man had drops as like a motherfucker. But all the other guys were guys that you could depend on in the big moments all the time, right? But Herbie, Tyreek Hill, as great as he's been here, he's had his two best statistical seasons here. Herbie, I can think of countless big games where Tyreek had a touchdown that could have just turned the tides, or a third down catch, or there are so many times where we needed him to get us to change the momentum, and he's the best player, and he didn't do it. Some people will put that on the quarterback, but Herbie, I can't blame the quarterback for putting the ball right in the nigga hands. I can't blame the quarterback for putting the ball into his chest. Now, obviously, it wasn't always on him. There were times where Tua missed him. There were times where Tua didn't throw an accurate pass. I got you. But Herbie, there are plenty of times, bro, where the ball drops into his hands and it slips right through. This man, in one of the biggest games we had in an international game, his fumble was the difference in the game. A fumble return for a touchdown. Like, Tyreek Hill has had plenty of instances where he could have taken over games and he just hasn't done that, Herbie. Even when given the opportunity, like sometimes the ball just don't come your way. You can't get blamed for that. Whether it's the quarterback not seeing you, whether it's the way the defense has schemed against you, whether you're going up against like a Pat Surtain who can erase a guy. At the end of the day, Herbie, when your number is called and we need you, we've seen plenty of times, Herbie, and especially in big games, bro. Especially in the big games, he's dropped key passes, bro. So listen, he's a great player. I'm not trying to knock this man, Herbie. He's one of the best receivers I've ever seen in my life. He's damn sure one of the best receivers we've ever had, arguably the best receiver we ever had, if you really think about it from a talent standpoint. But Herbie, for him to be talking all that shit, and for him, like for the attitude that he brought, Herbie, especially considering how he was this season, hurt and all that, nah, man, come on, Tyreek, you was tripping, man.
And that's and we'll leave on this note. The to drive home the point that you're making, bro. You can't have so many bad moments and be talking like that. Like,
No,
nah,
nah, nah, nah,
that
nah.
that ain't it. That ain't it, man. All right. Well, speaking of trades, though, man, we got to talk about it, right? Like, and this is the NFL podcast. We have a very big and very loyal NFL fan base, so we try not to talk about anything that steps outside of the NFL. But every now and then, there's going to be a situation that's so outlandish, so bombastic, so crazy that it's going to even make other people or other channels or other it's going to divert your focus to that conversation. And obviously, I'm talking about the Luka Doncic trade, where the Dallas Mavericks traded him to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis. And we don't want to necessarily talk about the trade itself. If you there's you got the Brian Windhorses, the Kevin O'Connells, the Bill Simmons to break it down much better than we ever could, right? But I want to have a conversation about the business side of it, and just to really speak to the cold nature of the business of sports, right? And then have a conversation about some of the biggest NFL trades of all time. So before we get that though, as a basketball fan yourself, Rob, we are basketball fans too. How did you feel about that trade?
Well, Herbie, listen, what I'm about to say is something you've probably heard everybody say, but I just have to be honest because I'm pretty sure everybody felt this way. Herbie, the first post I saw, I thought this shit was bullshit. Herbie, the first time I seen it said Luka Doncic is going to the Lakers, I was like, oh man, did Shams get hacked again? Like, damn, bro, you can't have it happen twice. Come on, man. Herbie, a couple hours later, I get back online and I'm seeing this shit everywhere. And that's when it hit me. I was like, okay, so if they traded him, what did they trade him? Herbie, I see what they traded for. And it's funny because there's a lot of mixed opinions on, them getting Anthony Davis and the other guy that they got and yada, yada, yada. But Herbie, I gotta be honest with you. The moment I saw the actual what was swapped, I thought to myself like, like the Mavs didn't even try. Like the Mavs, bro. Luka Doncic is a player, Herbie. You can demand a king's ransom for. Okay, there are only two, maybe three other players in the NBA that you might not trade for a guy like that. It's like I imagine, Herbie, the conversation went something like this, like him, because apparently Pelinka and the GM Nick, I forget his name,
Nico Harrison.
Nico Harrison.
Oh, that name, trust me, that name is entrenched. I would never forget Nico Harrison's name ever. Like, bro, ever.
The funny thing about Nico Harrison, right? Like, I just imagine a conversation, Nico being like, "Yo, bro, I like that AD, man. He plays that defense, man. I fuck with that defense, man. What you want for AD?" And I bet Rob was like, "Man, get the fuck out of here. Come on, we're not trading AD. He's LeBron's running mate. He's the future of the franchise. What if?" And this is Nico Harrison. What if I gave you Luka? Bullshit. I bet you Rob Pelinka said, "Bullshit. You're not gonna give me no fucking Luka. Stop tugging my dick." And then Nico Harrison goes, "We can get it in writing, Herbie." It was on after that. Like, at the end of the day, bro, like this trade, Herbie, it can't be that one of the greatest not one of the wildest, one of the most surprising trades we ever got in NBA history and sports history was so unserious, Herbie. It can't be that both of these things. You can't be both, Herbie. You can't be the wildest trade we ever seen and the most unserious trade I've ever seen in my life. It can't be both, and it is. That's the most shocking thing about it, bro. I can't believe that shit. Like, Herbie, I'm still in shock, and it's been talked about ad nauseum, and I'm still shocked about it.
All right, so I'll take you through my process, and again, we everybody, this was universally shared, right? So I don't want to get too caught up on the big side of it, but I woke up in the middle of the morning to take a piss. I looked at my phone. I went on IG. I saw the breaking news. I said, "Huh? It ain't real. The fuck are they talking about?" Okay, I went on Twitter, and I'm always call it Twitter. I'm not calling it X ever. But I went on Twitter, and then I seen everybody making the jokes, and I'm like, okay, all right, this still has to be bullshit. Then I seen on ESPN Sports Center Stephen A. talking about it, and I still didn't believe it, dog. I thought I was in the Matrix. I thought I woke up in a different universe, an alternate reality, bro. Like, and again, this is not supposed to happen. It's never supposed to happen. We might never see something like this again. And you're right. It is a very unserious trade. The way it was presented was unserious. Rob Pelinka, out of Nico Harrison's own mouth, laughed and did not believe it. He was like, "Wait, what? You're serious?" And yes, he was serious. And everybody kicked Nico's back in, myself included. I've been on his ass. And then I've been on his ass. But this is going to be one of those trades that's going to be talked about for the next decade, because the more and the more and the more, everybody's going to try to figure everything out. Colin Cowherd, Bill Simmons, everybody is trying to figure everything out. They will research. You're going to have all these conversations, sources, everything about this trade. And one of the things, and this is why things take time, this is why conversations need time, and this is why conversations need time to breathe, because you need more information. Everybody thought this was initiated by Nico. Colin Cowherd said, "Nah, bro. This was above him. This was ownership. They did not want to pay that man $345 million. Nico Harrison is a fall guy. He is a meat shield. He is getting his ass kicked, and that's what comes with the job. But he's not even that stupid. Thank God he's not that stupid. Because as a black man, bro, he set us back 20 years with positions at a high clip. Holy crap. I'm so happy he's not that dumb. Holy crap. Shout out to Mars in the building, man. Shout out to the homie Mars in the building.
What's up, baby? What's up?
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold up. Rod, I gotta get this. I gotta get this comment. Our boy John back. Holy crap. Tua is concussed, Jalen Hurts, and that's the bottom line, brother. Oh, hey, Rod, relax. Chill, man. Chill. Just ignore. Hey, Rod.
Damn it, John.
When they go low, you go high, all right? When they go low, you go high, man.
So they say, man.
But I want to go ahead and talk about the business of this and the business of sports, right? Like, This right here showed everybody in every American sports. I don't know if it rung true how it got over to soccer and overseas, but I know in American sports, every top level athlete, the guys who think they're the best, the guys who think they're the most important, the guys who are the guys, the Carlos, the what's his name, Rod? Carlos, John Carlos Stanton, whoever you want, it doesn't matter, right? Like the top guys in their professions realized when Luka got traded, oh shit, if he
Anybody
could get traded,
get it, man.
anybody could get it. When you sign your name on that contract, you do not have your rights anymore. The only leverage you have at that point is your excellence. That's it. Your excellence is the only leverage that you have. The better you are, the less likely you will get traded, but you can get traded. That's what you gave up when you signed that contract. That's what you gave up in return to be paid millions of dollars. That's what you gave up when you decided to enter a professional sports league, dog. This is a business, which is why I show no love and no grace to these sports teams, and I always take sides of the players because when it's in their best interest to fuck you over, they will. JJ Redick got traded while he was on a boat. He found out from his teammate while they were popping champagne. Say, hey, bro, you got traded, dog.
Well, Herbie, imagine ownership being so petty they cost you over $100 million.
116.
Ridiculous.
116.
Wow,
Like
man.
they could have signed a man to a contract and traded him. Anybody would have traded him for him. This was personal. This was like, okay, you will never see $116 million. There's no endorsements. There's nothing that could get that back. That's $116 million that he will never see. No back end, front end, nothing. He's never going to get 9 figures. Think about it. Not 7.
Herbie, that he earned. The man brought you to 2 conference finals and a finals. Like, he was the driving force of both of those things. Like, he earned, like, bro, that's what people dream of for their franchise. Like, he earned it. That's the part.
Absolutely
that's crazy.
earned it, man. So let's go ahead and take this and merge these 2 conversations on the NFL side. So speaking of trades, you have Luka. The fact that Luka get traded, that means anybody's on the table, right? And right now, the 2 biggest trade options, the 2 biggest trade targets in the NFL is one Cooper Kupp and one a much more coveted prospect or coveted piece of Myles effing Garrett, right? So how would Myles Garrett get to the Miami Dolphins? What would it take for them? Who are you giving up? How many people would you trade for Myles Garrett right now?
Herbie, I'll keep it 1,000 with you, man. There is nobody I would say we keep, man. Whatever, if they want to get to it, fucking take him too, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Like, Herbie, Myles Garrett, we can start Herbie. Herbie, people have to understand when you get players of that caliber, a Hall of Fame caliber talent, Herbie, you got to be willing to bet the farm for him. And I'll tell you, the Dolphins are 1 season away from being in real rebuild mode anyway. So to me, I don't care what the hell we give up, nigga, because he is something that is constant. He is something that is proven. He is a defensive player of the year. Herbie, whatever we need, whatever the Browns want to take from us, man, take it if we want them that bad. I know the Dolphins, the organization won't feel that way about it. Obviously, I'm sure there are some fans who'd be a little more analytical about it. But if I'm just being honest with my soul, Herbie, there's just I don't think we could ever give up too much to get a guy like that. I really don't. I honestly don't.
Yeah, you really can't. Like, and again, I get it because he's just a DN, but he's the reigning defensive player of the year. I think in the past 3 years, he's seen the most double teams not named from a player not named Aaron Donald. Like, he would change everything, bro. And he's on the table. He wants to get traded, but here's the problem. Secret, guys, and I'm gonna whisper this. There's no NFL free agency. Free agency doesn't exist in the NFL. If Myles Garrett wants to leave Myles Garrett, but like this, in the NFL, you're so beholden to the team. Myles Garrett can't even retire. and try to sign with another team because the Browns still have his rights into perpetuity, my nigga. If you don't want to play for the Browns, you have to retire, dog. There's no free agency. There's no getting off of the one. You would have to be so bad, so chaotic, and so terrible in the locker room that they say we can't have this dude here anymore. That's the only way Myles Garrett gets out of the Browns. That's it. There is no free agency. You have no leverage. If you don't sign a contract, cool. They'll just franchise tag you. And then they'll franchise tag you again. The best you can hope for is a transitional tag, which means 2 first-round picks. And then they'll just offer to match it anyway. So that's not even real. We've seen that with Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, which a lot of people don't understand. Lamar Jackson was never available. Myles Garrett is not available unless the Browns want to make him available. And the Browns GM said he ain't going nowhere. You ain't got enough first-round picks to give me for me to trade him, bruh. So Myles Garrett, dog, you gonna enjoy Cleveland, buddy.
Get used to it, my friend.
Get used to Ohio, buddy. You've been used to it you've been used to it already, man. Get used to it, buddy. Let me go ahead and speaking on the biggest trades, though, man, I wanted to go ahead and look at some of the biggest trades in history. There's one trade in particular that I could say can rival this Luka trade. Only one, in my opinion. I know that you had a couple, but let me go ahead and get this on my end, bro. So, share this tab instead. All right, so these are the 15 biggest trades according to NFL.com, man. We'll zip through them because not all of them really need to be talked about. Blah, 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 blah. Jerome Bettis to the Steelers. Did not even know that. Did not even know he got traded to the Steelers.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, he got traded.
I didn't
That's
even
why
know
he was
that,
so happy
bro.
to win that Super Bowl, man. He was ecstatic.
Man, I completely forgot that. Brett Favre to the Jets.
One of the most hilarious stints, man, of all time. Gotta give it to the Jets and Packers quarterbacks, man. They go together like peanut butter and jelly, bro.
Yeah, this one was a game changer, bro. This was definitely a game changer, bro. Randy Moss to the Patriots, record breaking. Eric Dickerson to the Colts. Bobby Lane. Steve Young to the 49ers. And obviously Joe Montana to the Chiefs. And then number one for them was the Herschel Walker trade, right? Like, if you're not a historian, you don't know the Herschel Walker trade. The Herschel Walker trade set the foundation for the 90s Cowboys. They traded one player for 8 picks. And the Minnesota Vikings were okay.
And like 5 players, too.
And 5 players. The Minnesota Vikings were okay. The Cowboys created a dynasty and one of the most infamous and famous dynasties in the history of sports because of this trade. But to me, the only thing that could rival this Luka is right here. Joe Montana to the Chiefs, Steve Young from the the Tampa Bay Bucks to the 49ers. And it doesn't even rival the Luka trade because one of them dudes had to get traded. You knew it was coming.
Right.
The name, the star power rises up to it because the level of talent involved in the trade is there. But you knew somebody was going to get traded in that situation. It wasn't that left field. Nothing compares to this Luka shit, bro. So I know you had a couple trades that you wanted to get in, bro. What were some of the trades that you wanted to get in?
Yeah, I'm about to pull up the list right now. But when I look at that list, Herbie, I think to myself, like, even like some of the ones I've seen, right? Like, I pulled it up right now. So the Eli Manning trade swap with Phillip Rivers is hilarious because it involved Eli saying no. Like, Eli said, no, I'm not gonna go to the Chargers. Or the Manning family said, nah, he ain't going to the Chargers. And he ended up going to the Giants, and then they end up getting Phillip Rivers, which doesn't compare to this trade. I don't think there's any trade in NFL.
Yeah, there's nothing.
To this stuff. You have, this one was an interesting one to me, the Jeff George trade, right? When they traded Jeff George to the Colts. Now, for those who don't remember, Jeff George, when he was coming out, he had a fucking arm for years. Not for days, for years. So obviously he was a highly touted prospect. They trade the Colts. The Colts sent 4 players and a first rounder, and in 4 years with Jeff George, they had 1 winning season, which is insane. The last one that I have, Herbie, is the Michael Vick LT trade, which I don't know who won that trade because Michael Vick ended up getting caught up with the whole dog situation that was all fucking crazy. And then you had LT who just went to he just ended up going to the Chargers.
Damn, bro, that man had one of the greatest seasons of all time, but because he went to the Chargers, dog, you don't know who won the trade, man. That's nasty, man. That's what the Chargers does to you, dog. That's what they do to you, man. That's what they do. The Chargers won the trade. They won the trade, but still.
Well, here's the thing, too. I mean, Vic got to a conference championship. I mean, it depends on how you look at it, I guess.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the Chargers got to a conference championship with him, too. You feel me? He wasn't at that level.
It's like they won, but they didn't win all the way. Yeah,
they didn't win all the way because it's the Chargers, man. Let's just call it spade a spade. That's really what you want to say. That's really what you want to say, right? All to say, man, there's no trade that rivals that at all. Like, that's really what it comes down to, dog. And that's just what it is, bro. That's just what it is, dog. The fuck was that? Fuck? You hear that?
What the fuck, Herbie? You got Netflix on?
Bruh, something happening to my computer, dog. Bruh, something taking over, bro. I think it's like some. Who is this? No. Not
a Bills fan.
No. Not John.
Bills fan.
How did you get in here?
How
did you get in here?
John.
What are you doing?
It works like that. I've been in the comments long enough. Now I'm here, motherfucker.
What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
JPS.
What's going on, guys? What's going on?
John, man, I just want to say, whatever those guys said in that comment section, I had nothing to do with it, man. I know how Bills Mafia gets down. Brother, hey, man, you look good, man. You look nice and healthy. Hey, I see the Panthers, man. I'm trying to get on your good side, man. Oh, my God. John is in the mother effing building. I don't know if you should get some hordes. I don't know if you're supposed to get some crowd applause. I don't know if you're supposed to get, or you're supposed to get one of these because the Bills fell flat on their face again.
Right there, motherfucker. Yeah. How the Dolphins doing?
John, what is up, man? How are you doing, man?
A soft spot, plays quarterback for the Dolphins.
John, bro. How you doing? Hey, Mars, man. Mars said I really thought something was happening to your computer. But John, man, what is up, man? It is a pleasure to have you on, bro. I know super last minute. It was last minute. Literally today, I reached out because I didn't know we were doing a pod. But I said, hey, I seen the comments. The Chiefs fans have been trying to dance on your grave, dog. You deserve an opportunity. You deserve an opportunity to feel yourself because you definitely were crashing out. As Mars said, John, you was crashing out the week before last, dog. Yeah, you was going kamikaze, my boy, man. So
well, get ready. Here it comes again, motherfucker.
It is an honor to have you on, man. It is an honor to have the representative of Bills Mafia. We got some AFC East rivals right across from each other, man. So, John, what do you have to say to all the Chiefs fans, man? Let's start there, brother.
It's easy to be a fan of your team when they're fucking winning, bro. That's what I got to say to Chiefs fans. Fucking nobody remembers. Name your quarterback before Alex Smith. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, man, it was Matt Castle, man. Nasty work, man. Nasty times, man.
Yep. Most
nasty
Chiefs fans wouldn't know that. There's a handful of Chiefs fans that are Taylor Swift fans too. So,
the Swifties.
So let me ask you a question. Is it not only is it the loss, and again, I'm not trying to kick your back end, you feel me, on my end, but does it sting more?
Chiefs, by the way.
That's what I'm saying. Does it sting more because it's them, because it's the Swifties, because it's so many new fans, bandwagons? So does that make it more annoying when you lose to them?
Oh, I think the biggest thing about the Chiefs right now is they're literally like the anti-Bills of the 90s. Like the Bills went to 4 Super Bowls and lost. These motherfuckers are about to go to 4 Super Bowls and win them.
Yeah.
Which would be fucking insane.
That's simple.
Honestly.
They're literally like the mirrored image of the Buffalo Bills when they were in their heyday. It's annoying. And besides that, you got Kermit the Frog at quarterback with the. We're good, bro. You and your dancing
shit.
brother and your fucking champagne throwing wife all fucking fuck off.
Hey man, shout out to Pat, man. Aside from his daddy, man, he must love his daddy, bro, because he got that little nigga, his brother, he got that nigga out the paint. He's like, oh, that's how you moving? You will never see a camera ever again, bro.
Oh,
feel me?
bro,
His daddy,
allegations, though.
Pat Senior, man. Pat Senior just got a DUI, man, crashing out. That don't matter, man. Pat, man, come on, man. You big Pat, dog. But that other nigga, yeah,
Listen.
bro, that boy is in the gulag. That boy is in the gulag. That boy is in the gulag. Oh my God, man. All right, so John, man, talk to us about being a Bills fan. How did you become a Bills fan? Because you are from South Florida. I know you personally. You have a Florida Panthers banner right behind you. So how do we go from being a diehard Florida Panthers fan, go all the way to Upper East Side New York or West Side New York, wherever the hell Buffalo is? How did you become a Bills fan, sir?
Well, so I was born in Buffalo, first of all. My parents brought me
Really?
down when I was like less than a year old. I went to Northeast High School. I'm pretty sure you did as well, right?
Oh, nah, I didn't. I know where Northeast is, but I did not know you were born in Buffalo. So yeah, okay. So this was handed down to you.
Born in Buffalo, so that's how I ended up. Yeah, exactly. I was born, thrown into a table right out the womb, and the rest is history. So
okay, so that was passed down onto you. What is your first memory as a Bills fan? Like, are we talking like the bottle? Like you had Bills Mafia bottles and paraphernalia or
oh my God, I got Flutie Flakes from back in the day. I got all kinds of
Flutie Flakes. Oh my God.
All kinds of old Bill shit, all kinds of old
Throwback.
Panther stuff. I mean, the Panthers became a team right around right when I was born. So my family that lived down here, obviously they jumped right on that wagon. And as for the Bills, everybody, if you talk to my mom, she's still a massive Bills fan. If you talk to my dad or my uncle, they jumped onto my dad just fell out of football altogether, but my uncle, who is a big football fan, watches every game, all the college games, all that. He definitely likes watching the Dolphins much more now because the Bills have broken his heart so many times, like a lot of other Bills fans. So,
But hold on, that doesn't make sense. How do you go from heartbreak to heartbreak?
It's the same thing. That's what
heartbreak to
I tell
heartbreak
people all the time. Well, when you live in enemy territory down here like I do, every Dolphins fan that's like under 30 sitting there like, well, at least we won a Super Bowl. It's like, motherfucker, you weren't even alive when you went to a Super Bowl. What are you talking about?
Dude, I can't wear that on.
You're just
as big
of a loser as me.
I can't wear a perfect season that happened in the fucking 70s, man. Okay,
Yeah,
that
man.
was before. Like, I can't wear that. That's nothing.
That was what, 17 years before you were born, Rod?
Dude,
yeah,
Herbie,
72, right? Yeah.
I can't even hang my head on Dan Marino's best season, Herbie, which happened. Two of his best seasons happened before I was born. 84 and 86. He threw 40 touchdowns in both of those seasons, Herbie. What am I doing? What can I do with that ammo, Herbie?
Yeah,
Nothing.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm
not gonna hold you. Your uncle definitely got to be into BDSM or like torture, whatever. Like he has a torture kink. Like you don't go.
He's a masochist, bro. He's
like,
a masochist, bro.
Going from the Bills to the Dolphins is pretty crazy. I'm not.
That's
gonna
masochism,
lie.
bro. That's masochism,
that's pretty crazy. Because the Dolphins are worse. The Dolphins are worse. So yeah, he likes it rough. Okay, all right, man. All right, man.
Hey, but you know what, Herbie? If you watched your team go to 4 straight Super Bowls and lose, you'd probably say, "Fuck, you know what? Fuck it, I don't care." You'd probably say it too.
Yeah. Yep. He still roots for him. Don't get me wrong.
All right, so let me get. My bad for cutting you off, John. Let me get some of these comments, man. My boy Loco, Greg
Pappy
Wood,
Loco.
man. Shout out to Pappy Loco, man. He will be at the Super Bowl, man. He says he's gonna try to get us some footage. And Rod, man, I don't know if you see this, but he said Jimmy Butler was traded to the Warriors.
Oh
no
shit.
Fucking way.
That is for my Heat fans. I'm sorry for you, but the Warriors fan to me is like, fuck yeah, I'll take Jimmy. I don't know what we gave up, but fuck, who cares?
Damn it, dude.
Who cares, man?
And the crazy part is he told the Warriors he is not signing, man. He said, I'm not signing Yeah, man, this is pretty crazy, man.
Now you know what? Pat Riley said, man, you gotta get the fuck out of here. That's what
Yeah,
happened.
man.
Pat was done.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pat Riley was
Yeah,
done, bro.
that's
He was
pretty
done.
crazy, man. So, we'll probably come back around to that, man. But more on the Bills. So let's have a little conversation in regards to the Bills fandom. Take me through the psyche of Bills Mafia. What is Bills Mafia?
Bills Mafia is just a fucking fun house of Bills history, man. Good food. It's just a sports town. There's nothing there, man. There wasn't anything in Buffalo for a long time. So
You know
now
what?
there is.
That
Now we got Josh Allen. Everybody hated that trade when they first made it, and
that takes me back to
that's
one of
just
my
what it is.
favorite quotes of all time, with Marshawn Lynch, because a lot of people, Marshawn Lynch is not a Buffalo Bill. Nobody would ever, people don't even remember him on the Bills, right? He's a Seahawk,
Oh,
and people are going to remember him with the Seahawk. But I remember he had a ESPN special where he was just talking about Buffalo. He was like, "Yeah, man, yeah, it ain't really much to do. They got a Twizzlers though." I was like,
he was a
he was
he's
like,
a
it's,
wild one. That was a great little span though. I mean, they had T.O. at the same time. They had Ryan Fitzpatrick. They had Marshawn Lynch. I got my Marshawn Lynch jersey
That was the
in the
Stevie
closet
Johnson
in the
days,
other room.
no? Stevie Johnson was
Yeah,
there too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He was around too. Yep, Stevie
Yeah, I
Johnson was
remember
there. He
those.
dropped
oh,
that one
and
big pass,
honestly, bro, I'm not
ruined
gonna
everything.
lie. I'm not gonna lie. Like that era, that era of the Bills, those jerseys where they had the blue on the shoulder and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
That was my favorite jerseys. Like when I played Madden, I played with the Bills because I love those jerseys, bro. Like
Oh yeah.
there is a strange alternate universe where Herb, like you know how they like whatever decision you make, and this is gonna be real nerdy, but every decision you make splits off a branch and it creates a different timeline. You feel me? Like Marvel or whatever, right? There is a
Yep.
timeline where Herb was so in love with those Bills jersey that he just said, "Fuck it, man. I'm a Bills fan now, dog." Like,
I'm saying, yeah. Jerseys were nice, man. That's just
because that was my
good jerseys.
favorite team to play with on Madden, man. So, okay,
That
let
blocky that blocky red, white, and blue one that they had, where the blue wasn't like the royal blue, it was like the navy blue
yeah, it was
for a
that dark
while
navy
there.
blue. Yeah, that shit was fire. Those jerseys were
That's a
fire. You had
that's a Jakey
Takeo
Lofton
Spikes.
jersey.
You feel me? Like Takeo Spikes was on that team, man. Like I remember it all. That was a. I really, hey, damn, bro. I enjoyed the Bills more than I thought, dog. Like, why did I love the fucking Cowboys, man? Damn
Bro,
it, bro.
there's no reason to hate the Bills. I don't get it. There's
Yeah,
no
you
reason
guys
to
are
hate
just
the Bills.
lovable losers, man. You know, shout out to y'all, man.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I
I
had to
can't
get
even
that one
argue
there.
it. I can't even argue it.
Yeah, man. Trust me, it's a lot of lovable losers. All right, so let's talk going forward, man. What is it gonna take? It's gonna be a two-part question. What is it gonna take for you guys to get over the hump, and what do you want to see the team do next year?
Fuck, I don't know. This Myles Garrett situation's looking pretty interesting to me. I mean, I feel like there's gonna be a lot to offer if that does happen. If the GM of the Browns even lets him go, who knows? Obviously, defense needs to be something like number one priority this year. They keep saying McDermott's a defensive coach, and nah, our defense is fucking ass. It was ass all year. Josh Allen is luckily able to put up 30 points a game against pretty much every team he's played this year. So it just needs to be defense. We need to figure out what we're gonna do with Elam, that fucking bum, getting picked on the entire last game.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Um,
That was crazy.
there was other than that, we'll see what happens with Amari Cooper because I think he was on like a 1 year contract, right?
Yeah, it was a
I'm
1 year
not,
contract. So it was,
I'm
Bro,
not 100
it was
percent sure.
Amari Cooper is one of the quietest fucking in season moves
Dude,
I
it
ever
was
seen.
it was weird because
What
when he
the-
first came out of the team, I'm sitting there and I'm looking through like the Bills Mafia fucking Facebook page and everything, and I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm like, yo, homeboy doesn't look very happy to be here, and then I just realized he's just very quiet. That's all it is.
Oh yeah, he's super
He was
quiet. He was quiet at
you know
Alabama. He was quiet with the Browns. He was quiet with the Raiders. He's a quiet dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
Caught his first touchdown, and the crowd went crazy and everything, and then he was in the locker room just stone faced. He was like, "Oh yeah, it was really good. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
awesome."
Amari
I'm like,
Cooper
"Oh,
is
all
the
right."
least Miami dude from Miami I've ever met in my life or seen in my life.
It's a
Like,
good it's a
yeah.
good trade from Stephon Diggs, who cried every time he didn't get the ball.
So
Fair enough.
Non-relevant for the whole second half of last season. in terms of there was production from a lot of other guys that popped out of nowhere, like Shakir, and now we have a guy that basically he got traded to Buffalo, and some defensive players got thrown on him from the other side of the field, and it opened up all the other receivers for the Bills. So everybody got the ball. He really didn't have a whole lot of touches. It's not like he did like amazing stats wise, but he definitely opened up the offense so that we can get the ball around. That's for sure.
No, there's definitely room for improvement, but yeah, man, you definitely need some defenses, dog. Like y'all
Defense is number one.
No, listen, bro. I don't want people. I'm not trying to talk down on this guy, bro. The story is incredible, bro. I appreciate that he's able to do what he loves, but you can't be a serious defense with DeMar Hamlin, the slow ass out there, dog, playing safety, bro.
I don't know.
You can't call yourself a serious defensive unit, dog. I'm sorry, man.
What's weird is I'm watching him make so many goddamn tackles on the field, and other guys like Terrell Bernard just non-existent, getting burnt over and over. So it's like, how many times that last Ravens game? How many times did DeMar Hamlin, was he the one that fucking stopped Derrick Henry from running, breaking off? Over and over. It was DeMar Hamlin all game long. So yeah, he's slow, but for some reason he just happens to be one of the guys that makes plays right now. I don't know. That's not saying much. I mean, our defense is that, so but I think there's other problems as well, and we didn't have Matt Milano for a long time. Milano put pressure on.
That for sure.
Both Greg Rousseau and Von Miller showed up during that Ravens game when they needed to. So it's like I think the edge rushers and stuff are there. I think Elam just hasn't developed enough yet at cornerback. I think he's still playing college ball, and college ball has no defense. Controversial statement. But, yeah, I don't know. DeMar Hamlin definitely needs to be looked at. I think there's better options there. We got a little excited because we saw that Micah Hyde had come out of retirement and went back to the practice squad and whatever. I don't think he actually got activated for the game or anything, but, obviously, there's a little excitement there. Now he's retired since he knows that we're not going to the Super Bowl. That boy would have came in for one play during the Super Bowl just to say he was on the team. Fucking guy.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, I don't know. We got some stuff to do. I think part of it is the defensive scheme. I think that's the most important thing. I think you could probably plug almost anybody back there and figure it out with the right scheme. But this Leslie Frazier, Bobby Babich defensive scheme just ain't working for me.
All right, I'm gonna ask you one more question before we go ahead and progress to the preview for the Super Bowl, man. But let me go ahead and get some of these comments, man. Greg is very active in the chat, man. Let me go ahead and give a round of applause for the homie Greg, man. He's going in.
Shout out to Pappy Loco, man.
Shout out to Pappy Loco, man. Got the vibes, cartel, air horns in, man. So definitely need a defense, another receiver. And I want your opinion on this one right here. Coleman ain't ready, so we'll come back to that.
That's a fucking wild statement.
Hey, man, that's what we hear, man. Fuck that. He trash. Hamlin got to go. And Von is old. Got to find that replacement, man. But let's get back to this one, man. Coleman ain't ready, man. Cook, Jay.
First of all,
Cook, Jay.
It was year one. Yeah, sure, he wasn't ready. Did you see his face on the sideline when Josh turned into Super Josh? And it was like, oh, shit, this is real. Come on, yeah, sure. It's easy to say that a rookie wasn't ready, but he fucking balled out certain games. He caught plenty of passes that he needed to catch. He was productive. He did exactly what Josh needed him to do. So I think that's bullshit. I think that's crazy talk.
Okay.
Crazy.
All right, man. You are definitely Bills Mafia, man. The Bills Mafia gonna defend their guys, man.
What do you guys think? Am I crazy?
No. He's a rookie receiver. Like he's a rookie receiver. Yeah. Like a lot of he
got used a lot. He got used a lot for a rookie.
And I think what happens though a lot of times, like especially with your team was very run heavy, right? Like when you guys traded that pick, I think you had what was the 24th pick, whatever y'all did when y'all traded with the Chiefs this draft, and the Chiefs got Xavier Worthy. I thought y'all were gonna go get Xavier Worthy because I felt like you guys needed speed. But when you guys came back and got Keon Coleman, Keon Coleman, yep. I was like, huh? But now I realize you guys are a running team. Like, you need a big body dude who's willing to do the dirty work. And that's what he did. So if you run a lot and you don't really throw the ball deep a lot, like Josh's average depth of target wasn't that high. Yeah. I didn't know nothing about that, right? I didn't know like Josh was out here really like a avid FSU fan, bro. I didn't know that Josh was like watching the FSU tape like
Neither
that,
did
dog.
I.
Crushing the FSU tape, man. Hold on, man. All right, wait a minute. He is definitely good. I'm an FSU guy, but he isn't ready to take that one spot. This is true.
No, I don't
Nobody
think he was
knows
brought
more
on to
about
take one spot.
Keon Coleman or anybody that came from FSU than Pap. Pap is a diehard FSU fan. He's seen every
I
single
agree with
snap
that.
from Keon Coleman, man. Okay. Let's go ahead and preview the game because it's running late. But I want you to. I'm putting the battery in your back, John. All week. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been laughing. Like the jokes was funny. They was on your head. This is your opportunity.
Hey, hold on.
Go ahead, Rob. Go ahead.
One of the funniest things I heard someone say was they said John. They said all the flavors in the world, man, and John chose to be salty. That one killed me, bro.
That's good. All those comments, I wasn't like, I'm not sitting there fucking like raging on the computer making these comments. I'm just making the comments because they're outrageous and they're funny. You know what I mean? I think they're funny.
Yeah.
So,
sure.
But no, I don't have any.
No, man. Nah, fuck all that. Fuck all that PC shit, man. Kick they back in. You already lost. What do you got to lose, bro?
I don't have anything against the Chiefs other than the fact that they keep fucking finding a way to win, even if it is paying off the refs. It is what it is. So.
Well, that's funny that you mentioned that because that actually gives me the opportunity to do this, right?
Good transition material. You're welcome.
For sure. Thank you very much, sir. You are a pro at this, man. But this gives me the opportunity because so many conversations, and let me go ahead and get you in on this end. So many of the conversations is in regards to the Chiefs and the officiating. It's gotten so bad that Roger Goodell, the NFL referee union, and the chief officiating officer of the NFL referees has to talk about this. Like, it was bad with the Patriots, but it's never been this bad. And I want to say this to Chiefs fans who are going to make their way to this video. You guys need to stop acting like this. I remember how you guys acted an ass in that 2019 playoff game against the fucking Patriots. You guys called the Patriots every single kind of cheater, The rabbit got the gun now. This is what comes with the territory. Stop acting like y'all wasn't doing the same fucking thing. Stop it. I was there. I lived it. Every time Tom Brady beat y'all, the Patriots cheated. Oh, this is bullshit. Blah, blah, blah. D Ford is legendary in Chiefs lore because of y'all thinking the Patriots are cheating. Stop it. Stop it. Like, y'all need to stop, bro. So let me go ahead and get some of these, bro, because it's pretty crazy in regards to what's going on. So right here, NFL brushes aside ridiculous theory that NFL officiating favors the Chiefs.
Of course. Yeah, I saw the video of him getting interviewed. Of course he did.
Like, the fact that this is even a story, like, it's gotten to this point is crazy. This is crazy. This is madness.
I don't think it's ever been that bad. I don't think they've ever had to like come out and everybody's like, man, hold on. But you know what it is too? The fact that sports betting has become such a big thing. We could talk about this being an issue now. Like, it was never something that they brought up before when gambling was something that, you know, we were going to the spot, you know, back in the days before it was everybody had the shop, you know what I'm saying? Now everybody got Hard Rock Bet on their phone and DraftKings and all that. But now that betting now that betting is a thing, we can question this shit. It's a lot more questionable now.
And then on top of that, you also have to add to the fact that the NFL is now streaming on all kinds of different platforms and more available than people that don't have NFL Sunday tickets. And now you're able to watch games on different streaming services, YouTube TV and all that. Before, I mean, fuck, how did we live like 10 years ago, bro? Fucking if you didn't have NFL Sunday ticket or a VPN, bro, like, you couldn't do shit.
Honestly, like, it's gotten so crazy and it's in advance so fast, bro. Like, we can never go back, right? We can't go back, right? Like I'm never
No.
going back to I'm never going back to a world where we don't have red zone. I can't do it.
No,
However,
absolutely not.
I do think it was a simpler time. I do think because it's so much, there's so many outside influences. I don't think it's really healthy, right? Like I've given up myself to gambling a long time ago, bro. This is just a part of me, bro. This is who I am. That's just what it is. But is it healthy? No. Is
Nope.
it advantageous to especially to younger kids because of the influence? Absolutely not. But this is what it
Are
is.
we all gambling addicts?
Yeah. Yeah. This is what it is. The cat is out the motherfucking bag. Right? So, yeah, dog. Like, this has never gotten to this point where so many people, and again, Rod, you made a great point. I didn't even think of that, where the gambling and everybody, put like this, we've talked about this on the podcast multiple times, a lot of times. We will always talk about this because I'm never going to get used to this fact. I know women who don't even know what Patrick Mahomes looks like, and they bet on sports. They bet on football just because it's so accessible. I could just go on my phone and who the Chiefs play. Oh, what is the Chiefs? I like the color of the team. I like the logo. I'm going to bet on them. And you know what pisses me off? They do better than me. And I think I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And that shit is...
It's bro, let me tell you something. It's gotten so intricate. There's a girl that I follow on Facebook. I obviously ain't going to put no information. She has one of those groups that's on one of those social apps, bro. And she's always posting like winning tickets all the time.
Don't tell me she got a what's it called group, bro. She got a
Telegram.
Like a Discord.
She got a Telegram.
You know it, boy. Telegram. Dude, this shit is wild, bro.
This shit is crazy. Hold on, let me get some of these comments, man. Let me get some of these comments real quick, man.
Papi Loco,
because Loco said something that's very true, man. Loco says, man, I went to KC because he works. I'm not gonna put all his business out, but he works and he basically works with the NFL. So he's always at NFL games, right? I went to KFC 3 times this year in person. They know they be cheating, but they won't admit it outside the city, bro. They know it. They know it.
That's hilarious.
Hey, bro, stop it. Like, stop it. Y'all know how y'all get down, man. Come on, man.
They just haven't had to break their cell phones yet.
Yeah, facts. Before all these platforms, I look forward to watching Sports Center late night, all day Monday just for highlights, bro. Facts. Because you didn't have no other way to watch
Different
it.
time, man.
Now you have Twitter.
We were like cavemen back then. It's terrible. Terrible time.
Dude, it's got to the point where I can't watch Sunday without being on Twitter because Football Sunday and Twitter is the best combination of laughs and entertainment. Like I don't even know how I would go back to a non-Twitter football watching experience because the jokes, the comedy, the clever, the memes, all
Not
of
even
that.
Just football. Do you remember getting cable and paying $200 a month for cable just to watch fucking commercials all day? It's awful.
Yeah,
terrible.
Yeah, but here's the funny thing:
terrible.
You're doing that
I
now.
don't have cable anymore. I just need an internet connection. I can watch whatever I want now.
But we're going back to it because now there's cable on Netflix. There's commercials on Netflix now. There's always been commercials.
They're just
on Hulu.
they're reinventing cable. That's exactly.
They're reinventing cable. So we're gonna get back to the point, and then because there's so many different shows that you. Put like this, right now, look at me. I tell people all the time, and I proudly say this, I don't pay for none of this shit. You need the plug, I got you. But I have so many different shows on so many different platforms, I would have to pay for all of them to watch this. I want to watch Shogun, that's on Hulu. I want to watch Landman, that's on Paramount Plus. I want to watch fucking Squid Game, that's on Netflix. I want to watch Silo, that's on Apple TV Plus. That's 4 different platforms right there. That's $80 already. Out the gate. Netflix is $20 right now.
I'm the stupid one that pays for them all. By the way, it's awesome. It's hilarious that you watch Landman. That's great.
Oh, Landman was my favorite show this year. Bro, I fell in love. Listen, you give me Billy Bob Thornton being a fucking asshole, I don't need anything else, dog. I don't need anything else.
Very good.
I love Landman. That was my show of the year for sure.
Season 1 of Fargo with Billy Bob Thornton, bro. That's
one of my favorite seasons of TV of all time. Absolutely.
Peak.
Masterpiece. Bro, trust me. I'm a Billy Bob Thornton guy, man. So, sure. All right, man, let's go ahead and get on to the preview that nobody actually wants to fucking do, man. Super Bowl 50 fucking 9, bro. Yay.
Here's my preview. The TV's off. Fucking goddamn bullshit.
Oh shit.
Oh my god! All right, I don't listen.
So who you guys think are winning? Let's start there. Who's
The
winning the
Chiefs,
Super Bowl?
man, the Chiefs. I'm
Of
gonna
course.
bet on the Chiefs to win, even if they lose. If I see that, bruh, it would take me seeing the Eagles with the confetti, and then I would have to see the victory parade, and then I would have to see the ring ceremony before I actually believe that they actually won. That's where I'm at with this
Dude,
shit, bruh.
one of my best friends is an Eagles fan, and he works at a bar that's full of other employees that are also Eagles fans. And every single one of them is like, they watched the game last week, Kansas City or 2 weeks ago, Kansas City versus the Bills, and they were like, "Damn, I guess it's our turn to have to deal with that shit, huh?" They don't even think they're gonna win with Saquon, which is crazy to me. Fucking,
Dude.
and then you see the bet prop. I think the prop for Saquon Barkley right now, not to score a touchdown, is only plus 155. That's crazy. That's great. They don't even think Saquon's gonna fucking score a touchdown. Awful.
Well, if Saquon doesn't score, they don't win. So
Absolutely,
shit.
facts.
Yeah, no
Facts.
Saquon's the only deciding factor. I mean, yeah, listen, you know for a fact that Jalen Hurts is definitely going to throw an interception. That's about the only absolute in the game. If Saquon doesn't run, the game's over.
And that's where it is. And the thing about it is, there's no reason why they should lose this game. Not only are they better on paper, they're better basically in every statistic outside of the pure.
Yeah,
Even the passing.
sure.
They're better
For
on
sure.
defense. They are better on scoring defense. They're better on run defense. They're
See-
way better on
see,
pass
this one-
defense. Like, it's just, they're way better rushing the ball. They have the best O-line, arguably, in the past 5 to 10 years. There's no reason why they should lose. The only reason why they're not going to lose is because you need evil to beat evil. We have to get Tom back. That's the only hope, dog. That's our only hope.
I think it'd be the perfect opportunity for the NFL to let the Eagles win and then be like, "See, it's not rigged."
Listen, okay.
That's fucking
I
hilarious.
don't-
See, the
That's
Eagles
hilarious,
won.
bro.
I don't
Yeah,
actually,
it's not rigged. You
Chiefs
don't need to do
fans,
anything.
I
Don't
don't
flip the
actually
ball.
believe the NFL is rigged. I will let y'all know that. However,
Yeah.
if you guys are not going to act like there's been some ridiculous calls that have gone in y'all favor, the fact that I want to say 15-yard penalties, they get them
You can watch
less,
'em.
90% less than the other teams in their 8 playoff games since this run. Come on now, let's be for real. But I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead, John.
I was gonna say you could watch all the bad calls and bad no calls that they got. I mean, it's there, and their offense has been worse this season than it has been for Patrick Mahomes' entire career. Defensively, they're always just kind of like, eh.
But has it
last
really
week
been worse though? Like when I watch the Chiefs, sometimes I don't even think it's worse. I just think that when you look at the talent that he had, the fact that they had a lot of injuries,
Yeah, for sure. That's a lot
just
of
the
it.
style of play
Just
that
the
they
year-
adopted, like it's just
Tyreek Hill
they
dropped
seem,
off alone.
yeah, dude. Like I don't know, the Chiefs to me.
Hold on, man. We got a request, man. The homie Loco said, man, can we pull up the Chief schedule, man? I got you, dog. But go ahead, y'all boys.
Nah, man. It's just look, man, when it comes to I think we all have the Chiefs winning here, dude. It's kind of hard to I think what it is that the Chiefs have been so dominant. And people can talk about the refs and all that, but just from a pure football standpoint, there's a lot of genius that goes on because they have 2 genius coaches on both sides of the ball and they have a genius
That
quarterback.
part's true.
When you have a combination, like the thing that I think I like the most about the Chiefs is the fact that Patrick Mahomes gets so much attention that we forget that the Chiefs have 2 all-pro offensive linemen. We forget that they have an all-pro defensive the lineman in Chris Jones. We forget they have an all-pro cornerback in McDuffie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then all the complimentary players, and it pains me to say this, but all the complimentary players do their job. I hated when I used to hear the Patriots say this, but it's just the fact. The superstars show up, the complimentary players do their job, and the coaches coach their asses off. So at the end of the day, when you have that stew going on, bro, it takes a team like the Eagles having their absolute best game to win. And in football, it's not like other sports where you get 4, 5, 6, 7 games to have your best game. If you don't have your best game the day you show up, you're gone. And against the Chiefs, you have to be an A+ student because even if you have an A- game, you're not winning, bro. Ask Josh Allen. Ask guys like Lamar. Ask Joe Burrow.
It's a really weird thing
ridiculous.
because I'm watching a lot of these Chiefs games as they go on throughout the year, and one of the things that I constantly, obviously, me being a Bills fan, I'm rooting against the Chiefs every fucking game. It's like I'm rooting against the Patriots all over again, man. When they were
bro.
scooping the division over and over. But outside of that, like, I'm watching these games and I'm like, I can literally point at the plays without any of the ref bullshit. I can literally point out plays where other teams make mistakes or they get out coached, and it's like, that's over. And it's like, we're only in the third quarter. Like, this game's fucking done. You're toast because you didn't go for it on that 4th and 1 or that 4th and 2.
You settled for that field goal.
Super Bowl. You're playing the Super Bowl defender, bro. You have to take these fucking risks. I don't care. You're going to lose this game. So that's why you had so many margins this year where the Chiefs were close games. A lot of those teams just didn't take the necessary risks to beat the Chiefs. That's what it came down to, a lot of it.
And ironically, the one team that actually took the necessary risk was the Bills in the regular season game, where Josh Allen said, bro.
Josh Allen went for it on 4th and got that touchdown. That was it.
We riding
He says me or nothing. He says me or nothing.
Me or nothing. We have to beat them by 2 possessions because they're going to score. They're going to get 7. So if we're up by 3, go ahead. Josh
Allen, Patrick Mahomes are I think the Chiefs are up 1 game now on us in their career statistics against each other. I think the Chiefs are up 1 game. Granted, all the games that they win are the playoff games, and we only beat them in the regular season. That's our Super Bowl, apparently. But fucking, it's not. They're not like. It's not like we can't beat the Chiefs. We just need to get it done in the playoffs. But I don't know. I think there's been plenty of games where the ref involvement is crazily just. It's there.
Blatant.
It's definitely there.
Blatant.
Oh, for sure.
The Cincinnati Bengals, chief among them, where the Cincinnati Bengals got the pass interference, but the Chiefs receiver did the same thing to a Bengals defender, did not get pass interference for doing literally the same thing, running through his back. So it's there, but again, at the end of the day, the way the Chiefs win is they grind you out. They grind you out because they know if it is 1 possession, their team, the other teams, their booties are going to get tight. We're going to be calm. Yep. We're going to be relaxed. We've been here before. We understand this. They went through all that nervous and all that shit in 2019 and 2020. They've gotten over it. They've been in this game so many fucking times. They know what it feels like.
They know what it's like to be champions. Exactly.
They know what it feels like. Like that play, and I want to get your opinion on this, John, because I heard Tom Brady talk about it, and Tom Brady had incredible insight, right? The last play with Josh Allen in the conference champion game where he just chucked it up. He got blitzed. He got pressured. He said, and he was talking about this on Colin Cowherd's podcast or show. He was like, Colin Cowherd started the conversation where he said, hey, man, Josh should have known that it was coming, right? And Tom Brady agreed, but Tom Brady said this. Tom Brady said, when you get to that point, you have to have answers. And he referenced the game in the Super Bowl when he played the Chiefs, right? Remember, he beat the Chiefs in 2019, and then he beat them in 2020 in the Super Bowl. And he said, I studied Spags. There was no blitz that Spags could send my way that I didn't have an answer for. And that's why they dominated the Chiefs in 2020. They won 31-9. And if you watch those games, anytime Spags sent a blitz, he knew where to go with the ball. Yeah. He set the protection. He moved the pieces on the chessboard. Josh is still not at that point because no matter what you want to say, Josh should have known that he was getting blitzed. That's all Spags does on 4th down. You're getting blitzed. Sure. So there's no way that you don't. Now, if you get blitzed or you pick it up wrong, you guessed wrong. But not to know, that's on Josh.
Well, you know what, Herb? Yep. I think they did guess wrong because the Bills slid the protection away from the blitz. Like, I don't think they actually meant to do that on that play. Like, when I was watching the film breakdown, like, he was changing the protections. He just didn't have actually any real idea where it was coming from. So I think it was one of those situations to where Josh might have figured it was coming, but just didn't know where it was coming from. And it was disguised extremely well because you don't expect that corner to blitz on that play. So I would actually give Josh a little more leeway for that, bro.
Okay, fair enough. Well, if he got it wrong, go ahead, John. Go ahead, John.
Listen, you're at a you're at a rival stadium. You got the clock running. You got less than 2 minutes on the clock. You need to score a touchdown, but you also can't score too quick because 13 seconds is enough time for Mahomes to get the ball back in his hands and ruin your fucking
Or
life.
less.
Yeah, or less, exactly. So I think that part of it is, Josh kind of gets like these deer I can usually see it in his eyes sometimes when he's playing. He seems to get this like deer in the headlights look where he kind of looks a little scared or a little worried about something. And this is where I think that we get out coached because you have Joe Brady that's sitting up in the booth. He can't see Josh's face on the field, but you got Coach McDermott on the sideline. Your quarterback does some wild shit when it comes down to it and the clock's ticking. Bro, fucking call a timeout. Take that extra break.
Settle him
figure
down.
out a plan. Like, settle down, pull his ass to the side real quick and be like, all right, take a deep breath. Let's fucking figure out this play. Make sure you're making all your reads. Now, I don't know if they had some sort of short, quick play that they were going to run there. That's why they motioned away from the defensive coverage and they motioned away from the blitz. I don't know what the plan was on that play per se. I'm imagining he made a couple reads that just weren't there while he was running for his life after that blitz immediately.
The heartbreaking part about it, though, if and this is the part that sucks. If you actually look at the breakdown of the play, both people got open. Dalton Kincaid was wide open. He was wide open. And was that James? Was it James Cook or whoever was the running back was coming out the flat? Was wide open. It doesn't matter who.
Johnson or James Cook, either one.
Yeah, he was going to be open. The linebacker who was responsible for him wasn't going to catch him. It was going to be a first down.
Yeah,
it's just, and again, I don't blame Josh. I'm not blaming Josh for the result. That's what happens. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
He just chucked it up. He wasn't prepared. He wasn't anticipating,
which is
and
crazy.
he almost got it there. He did get it there. It fell in his hands. It fell in Dalton, which I don't blame Dalton. Dalton had to make a complete stop.
No, that's a
and
crazy
try to
catch. Yeah,
that's a crazy catch. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. But I can't blame him for that. It just happens. But the problem is it keeps happening for the Bills to that team. If it was different situations, it wouldn't hurt. But it keeps happening to them.
There might have been a little frustration too, though. How many times did they get first downs that were called short that game? Though it wasn't just the one big one that everybody was like, "Oh, he got the first down." It happened over and over that game, bro. So I don't know if that frustration might have been a key. I don't fucking know, man. I'm not going to pretend to know. I would have been pissed off too. So I don't know. Don't know what to tell you. I know that either way, the coaching situation needs to be looked at, even offensively. At the beginning of the year, we're playing the Dolphins. You remember the first Dolphins game of the season versus the Bills, and obviously, you remember. I don't know if you guys remember. Do you remember all the motioning and crazy shit that we were doing on offense that game?
Oh, you guys started the season trying some wicked ass shit, and it just I don't think it worked out.
But then we go up against the Ravens, and all that stops. Where'd that go the rest of the season?
Well, yeah.
You simplified everything.
We lost.
You simplified everything.
We stopped doing that and lost 3 games in a row. And I'm like, where did all that original? And of course, then we picked up Amari Cooper and kind of got something working. But where did all that crazy motioning go? Where we're trying to fucking throw people off, and you don't know what the hell is going to happen. That was fun. That was fun. We stopped doing that. We just looked kind of stagnant. And I had a feeling about this, man. We always got to play KC in the playoffs. Yeah, KC. It's never going to be in Buffalo.
So, we played them last year in Buffalo. Come on, man.
Let me say this though. I think where Buffalo fucked up this year, when y'all were playing them in the playoffs, you guys actually were built. You had actually the formula to kind of go against.
This was the team to do it.
Because you had a top 5 offensive line this year. You had a top 5 running game, or at least a top 5 running back. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that think about this, bro. In the game against the Chiefs in the playoffs, you guys literally had a drive where you had 1 pass, or maybe it was 2 passes, maybe it was a touchdown pass. You literally ran the ball 8, 9 times out of fucking 10 or 11, and you scored.
It's stupid.
If the Bills would have stuck to the game plan that they had been sticking to all season long, we might be having a different conversation.
Well, you got to remember,
which is weird.
The game.
But what I'm saying is,
let me get this in. What happened on multiple occasions is holding. Now you're 3rd and 15. Now you're 3rd and 17.
Yeah.
So they get
penalties play a factor, of course.
You know what I'm saying? They're driving.
It was a pretty low penalty game though for the most
Yeah,
part.
but it's the thing about it is when it happens. Like the Chiefs always do this. Oh, we get penalty. It's not about how many penalties. It
It's
is
about when you get penalized.
it's when you get penalized and the severity of the penalty. A
Yeah, for
15-yard personal foul is not the same as a 5-yard holding, like defensive holding, right? Like or a false start. Yeah, they add up, but a holding on offense is 10 yards. A false start is 5. You can come back from a 5-yard penalty. You know, it's about what the penalties are and when they happen. And it feels like when the Chiefs need a penalty to go in their favor, it happens for them. That's the thing, guys. Hey,
Chiefs
that's
thinking they gonna like this one. Chiefs thinking they gonna like this one, man.
They gonna be on our head, man.
Chiefs
There's also the team
like
that.
this one.
Then there's also the Bills team that we see in the first half, and when they come back out of the tunnel for the second half of the game, we get the ball on our first drive, and we do nothing with it.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. That is the thing about it.
Nasty work, man.
Let me ask you one more question before we conclude that part of the conversation and whatnot. How do you feel about Sean McDermott? Because that happens. That's coaching. Where are you with him?
A lot of people are screaming, fire him, fire him, fire him. And I'm just like, I'm not 100% on fire him because, again, we had a team that wasn't supposed to win, 9 games is what they were saying we were going to be under this year. And we ended up being as good as we were. So
I think he's a good coach, bro. You guys are always in contention.
Yeah.
And good coaches are hard to find, man. Good coaches are hard to find.
The other question is who are you going to go get over McDermott? What are we going to try and pull
at the
Bill
same time,
Belichick
you don't.
out?
Do you?
Oh God!
You damned if you do, you damned if you don't, because now you're in the status quo portion, right? Like, is there a tier, right? Is Sean McDermott and we'll bridge this to the basketball side. Is he your what was your former coach, Rod? Mark Jackson. Sean McDermott, your Mark Jackson, where he's good. But there's a limit on what great can be with Sean McDermott. And the problem is you'll never know. You don't want to risk losing him because you could get worse because he's a good coach.
But I think the defensive coach needs to show his defensive side of ball. I think too many games have been decided by having an ass defense by the Bills. I mean, last time we were in the AFC Championship against the Chiefs, 13 seconds in a coin flip. But all we needed to do was not let them get into field goal range with 13 seconds left. And we played back far as fuck. Why are we doing that? Why are we playing zones? Why aren't we playing fucking man? 13 seconds, you keep them in bounds, the game's over. They got no timeouts. It's crazy to me. It's awful.
All right, man. James Cook Shakir with a big surprise for the Bills. No one thought they would have played as good as they did, man. All right, man. Fuck all the pleasantries, man. We got a Dolphins fan and a Bills fan. The fact that we haven't even this is like an in-game level event right here, bro. It's like this is the mashup. You feel me? There needs to be more anger, animosity. We all been too cool, man. Rod, man, get on him, bro, for keep trying to talk about your boy Tua, man. What you got to say to this man, Rod?
My boy Tua, Herbie. You know what, Herbie? This would be a conversation.
He ain't your boy. Cool. Fucking knock it off.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Oh no. Hey, listen.
He's my
boy.
It up.
He's my boy. He's my boy because I can't have the slander that you guys have. Like, bro, the other day you talk about my boy can't throw the ball downfield. Come on, bro. Anybody who watched the Dolphins the past 3 years knows Tua can throw the ball downfield. Why do y'all keep this up? Why do y'all still try my dog like he can't throw the football? Listen, I'm sorry I don't have a Josh Allen.
Football when it's an easy pass.
A big corn-fed easy pass. When is a 50-yard pass an easy pass? When? When is a 50-yard pass?
Let me get that negativity.
When you have more 30 miles an hour down the road, what are you talking about? It's easy to fucking break. And even then, he mostly hits Tyreek behind him. He doesn't hit him in stride. He doesn't put the ball in front of the receiver. He puts it behind him
here's what I want you to do. I want you to go look at Mahomes and Tyreek highlights and tell me how many times that Mahomes didn't underthrow him. As a matter of fact, look at the highlights of any fast receiver and look at how often they were underthrown. Everybody always wants to pick on Tua for underthrown footballs. I literally see every quarterback do this. You're not doing come on, bro.
So then put Tyreek. Put Tyreek on a team with a big arm quarterback like my boy Josh Allen then.
Oh, God.
See what happens.
Listen. No. Tyreek can go to a big arm quarterback, but not you. Hell no.
Yeah, no, you're right.
No.
They're not going to change.
No.
First of all,
Hell
we don't want
no.
him. He talks too much
Hey,
shit.
listen, hold on. Listen, y'all just got out from under Stephon Diggs. You still want that drama? You still want that drama, dog?
No, I didn't. I just said we don't want him. He's talked too much shit. We're good.
Man, listen, man. Look, listen. This is what I'll tell you, right? It's really not a lot I can say because last year we had a division and y'all took it out from under us. But come on, man. If y'all gonna win a division every year, can you at least be kind of like the Patriots and at least go to a Super Bowl? Like, can you get there once? I don't know, man.
It's bold of you. It's bold of you to be tied for last place in the division to be telling us what to do with our division.
Tied for last.
Oh, okay. All right, guys.
Oh,
All right. I loved it. I needed it, bro. Hate. I feed off of negativity, baby. I feed off of negativity.
The hateocracy.
All right, man. Let's go ahead. Go ahead, John. Go ahead.
Realistically, I mean, if Tua's concussions are a problem, you got to admit that. You got to admit that concussions are a problem.
That's the biggest problem I have with the motherfucker is that he can't stay on the field. He's a good quarterback and he stays on the field.
100%. So it's definitely, I think, if you're a Dolphins fan and you're dealing with, I mean, you guys have an awesome offense. You have a pretty good defense. I mean,
had
a pretty good defense. But you still have a great offense. You got plenty of good receivers. You have Jonnu Smith at tight end now, who's been popping off game after game. And I just think that it's time to possibly have the question.
Hey, let me tell you a secret, man.
I thought you were going, I see dead people right there.
I thought you were going to do that too.
No, listen. Y'all funny. Y'all some funny guys.
I thought you was about to kick mustard on the beat, people.
Yeah. 5 Grammys for that shit. How good is that?
Oh, that was great.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5.
That's good. That's good.
That halftime show is going to be fucking lit.
It's going to be amazing. What you going to say, Ryan, forget about him?
No, I was just going to say, bro, listen, people, the funny thing, I was explaining this to my sister last night. The funny thing about the Dolphins is the fact that, people see, like, the Dolphins are the shiny car, the Ferrari, the Porsche, and when you look inside, that shit's dirty. It's a fucking dump. You want to know why? Because our offensive line is shit. Offensive line is shit. Without that, we can't do shit because, listen, we don't have a quarterback like a Josh Allen. Like, Tua is an old school pocket passing guy. You get him an O-line, you'll talk about him like one of the best quarterbacks in the league. But the Dolphins getting O-line, man, listen, you might as well give me surgery to get fucking wings, nigga, because I haven't seen that shit my whole life. So, come on.
I don't know. I debated. I think last year you guys had a better O-line than you did. Definitely than this year, but I think last year you had a pretty good O-line. I just think Tua's got a soft spot on his head, man.
I will say this. Last year the O-line was good when they were healthy, which they never were. So that's the problem. They were healthy one game. We scored. That
is the plight of.
Stop going down to South Beach and doing cocaine off strippers' butts like that.
That's not gonna happen. Hey, listen, that's not.
Listen, man, they can't let that go.
They can't let it go. It's right down the street. They can't let that go, man. But with that, man, John, bro, it was a pleasure, bro. You're awesome. Your knowledge was phenomenal,
we gotta have John back.
We gotta have you on back.
Hey, John, during the season, we gotta have you on because
we're definitely having you back,
bro. That's when we're going.
Because yes,
I can at least act like the Dolphins are good enough to compete with you guys. I can at least act like.
Well, listen. Just because football's over, bro, we still got Florida Panthers hockey. Come on, you guys need to get on that hockey game.
You know what, man? I would. You know what?
There's not enough black representation in hockey, bro. You guys.
And it's not gonna start with me. No disrespect. It ain't starting with me. No disrespect. You feel me? I love my Ice Cats, bro. But I'm not depth enough to start a podcast and talk about them, man. Maybe in due time, man. But John, go ahead, Rod. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, if we start talking hockey, we're gonna have hockey fans get at us like country fans at Beyonce.
Yeah, we don't want none of that smoke. I don't want none of that smoke.
Bro, first of all, a majority of the hockey fans are fucking Canadian, bro. They're gonna apologize to you anytime they say something mean. Stop it. They're over here booing the national anthem right now because all this shit going on with the tariffs and fucking. I guarantee you, next week they're gonna be apologizing, like, sorry, America.
Listen,
You
man.
hilarious, bro.
I'm leaving that alone. I'm leaving that to the experts, man. Shout out to all right, man. To everybody who's tuning in, bro. We always say, bro, we appreciate y'all, man. We love the support.
Thank y'all,
We're growing. We almost about to get to 1,000 subscribers. I still can't even believe it every time, but we see it growing up. John, appreciate you for having on. Appreciate you your time.
Sir.
You didn't have to do this, bro. You were fucking awesome today, bro.
Yes, sir.
And this is my favorite part, and this is the reason why we even started this, bro, because there's so many people who know about sports, who know how to talk about their favorite teams. They just don't have the opportunity or don't have the platform, and that's why me and Rob wanted to do this. We want to have our friends on to talk about the teams that they love, to show that we could do it as just as good as everybody else, right? And we didn't wait for it. We created it. And this is the beauty of it, bro, to have you, have Pap, have all of these people who are fans just like us of teams that torment us, bro. But we're still here, man. So appreciate you so much for coming on, bro.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much.
And with that, man, we will see y'all after the Super Bowl, bro. For me, if the stadium will blow up and nobody gets hurt, obviously nobody gets hurt. That would be the best thing. That would be the best thing.
Controversial statement to make out of here, dude. God damn.
Strange paradox right there.
Blow it up, but nobody gets hurt. But that's probably not gonna happen, bro. So we'll recap the game this Sunday live, man. Yeah, man. Deuces. Oh, what's the pick, man? Raph, you know we picking the Chiefs. We don't got no choice, Raph. Come on, dog.
We gotta pick them till they lose.
We gotta pick them till they lose. We gotta pick them till they lose, dog. Like, we gotta pick them till they lose, Raph. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. All right, deuces. Deuces.